Hi, I'm Lauren Wilkinson, a Senior Policy Researcher at the Pensions Policy Institute. Over the last 9 months, I've been working on PPI's Engaging with ESG research series, which explores the barriers and opportunities associated with increased focus on environmental, social and governance considerations, or ESG. Recent regulatory changes, as well as a greater focus on ESG across the industry, mean that more pension schemes are engaging with ESG considerations, and to a much greater extent. In recent years, much of the ESG focus has been on climate change, and this has at times left other ESG factors overlooked. However, as ESG investment becomes increasingly important for pension schemes, focus on these other areas is also growing, as more and more schemes recognise the need to mitigate the associated risks. While frameworks for assessing corporate governance are a well-established component of many traditional investment strategies, the integration of social factors is less developed and in many ways more challenging. But the events of the last year have accelerated this shift towards greater consideration of social and governance factors. First and foremost, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, but also equality movements such as the Black Lives Matter movement. And there's been a greater focus on workers' rights, as we've seen with the recent Supreme Court judgment that Asda employees that work on the shop floor can compare their pay to staff working in distribution centres for equality purposes, as well as a greater scrutiny of gig economy employers such as Uber and Deliveroo. Attitudes towards social issues are shifting and becoming increasingly important as more people become aware of and are concerned about injustice and discrimination within society. However, not all pension schemes are monitoring public movements that might affect the companies in which they're invested and also present risks to their members' savings. So 3 in 5 schemes in PPI's Engaging with ESG survey said that social or environmental movements had not yet had any impact on their investment strategy. Last month, DWP announced a consultation on consideration of social risks and opportunities by occupational pension schemes, which highlights the need to broaden the ESG investment landscape and expand it from a specific focus on climate change to a broader approach that takes into account other environmental, social and governance factors. And while corporate governance practices are more well developed, work is still ongoing to ensure that they're fit for purpose, especially following notable corporate insolvencies in recent years. Climate change will continue to be a primary focus of ESG investment in years to come, with the UK set to hold the UN Climate Change Conference, COP26, in Glasgow later this year, and an ever-increasing number of institutional investors and asset managers committing to net zero carbon targets. But we can also expect to see a greater focus on other ESG risks, as understanding grows about the financially material nature of these risks and how best to approach them. And it may be that there are lessons to be learned from the extensive work that's already been done around integration of risks associated with climate change. For more information on the challenges schemes face when integrating ESG risks and the areas where more development may be needed to support schemes, go to the PPI website and download the final report in the Engaging with ESG series.